Well, Happy New Year, you guys. Welcome back to the Kneady Homesteader Channel. And we are kicking off January with an unboxing video. One of you sent this to me right after our accident. I don't know who. It came from Amazon. It did not have a, what do you call those, Eric? The little gift sheet, you know, that you can leave a love note. Yeah, like a little note to it. So I have no idea who sent this. I have posted about it several times. I made a couple of videos about it, trying to find out who sent this to me. But you know what? Many people sent me things and did not want any recognition for it. They just did it out of the goodness of their heart, and so whoever sent this to me, thank you. I have yet to open it though, because you know I had emergency surgery last year. Eric's here with me. Say hi, Eric.
Hello.
And so I didn't know if I was going to be able to get back to canning, but here we are, January 2024, and we are getting back into it. So we're going to kick off our canning. I don't know. I'd like it to just keep going for the next 3 months, but I'm going to dedicate at least January to getting a lot of my canning done, because like I said, my pantry is empty. So we're going to kick it off by opening this. So Eric is around here to help me, right, Eric? Because your mama, I don't think your mama can lift this. So he's going to open this for me. And we're going to unbox this. I know my girlfriend Diane got this for Christmas from her husband. And so she's like, please do that unboxing. So we are going to unbox this and open it up and pull it out and see what it looks like. I'm super excited about giving this a try. I know several of you have reached out to me to ask me my opinion on whether or not this is safe, since it's not USDA tested and approved. Look, the government has already said that they are no longer going to be testing any canners from here on out. So any canner that you're going to get that's a pressure canner, they are not going to be testing them for safety. So I highly recommend, and I'll leave a link to her channel up above, Rose Red Homestead. Before our accident, her channel was so tiny, and now her channel is huge, and she is a college professor who specializes in food safety and foodborne illnesses, and she has all the equipment to test these kinds of canners, and she makes videos on it and posts it up, and she is such a huge resource. So I personally love Presto. Presto's been around for a long time. Their pressure canners are tried and true. And so I know my girlfriend Angie from Angie's Pantry, who also cans. I'll leave a link to her channel up above. I know she personally reached out to Presto and was able to talk to somebody about this testing and the rigorousness of the testing that they put this canner through. So I fully trust this canner.
What else does it have?
And oh, what does it say? USDA Safe Canning Guidelines. Okay, well, there's the guidelines, but unfortunately, you know, they just choose not to. They just choose not to invest the money. You know, I could say a lot, but I won't. So we're going to take this out. Instead, we're going to take a look at this. That looks like the canning rack. So let's see what else is in here. Let's see the cord. So we got the cord. All right, you want to take this off for me, Eric? Ooh, and then pull that beauty out of here. And yes, we're going to test it. We're gonna do a trial run with it. But I plan on using this canner and running it right alongside my All-American canners. So let me put you up on the tripod and let's open this up. Okay, so to open it up, there's directions right here at the top. And then go ahead and show us, Eric. You're gonna turn it towards you and then just open it up like that. All right. Let's take a look inside. I think you probably have to, you might have to turn it. There you go.
There we go.
Ooh. All right, let's get the pot out. And there we go. So there's the bottom, and there's the insert. And there are lines in here. So, oh, I feel like we just need to plug it in because I want to see it plugged in. Getting the plug out. Would you call this a sci-fi canner? It does look super high-tech, doesn't it? All right, so we're going to get this connected, which should be in the back. Is it in the back? Oh, it's right here on the side, baby. There. Got it? Ooh. Pressure can. Oh, you can water bath can in this. I know that's probably not showing up for you guys, but this little blinking light says boiling water can, and then this blinking light says pressure can, even though I know that's probably not showing up on camera. Okay, so let's put that in there. That's the that's the rack. Okay, I really should read on how to work this. Should we do a test run? Should we do a test run? I think we should. So it does come with a quick start guide for boiling water canning method. Nice. And then it has a quick start guide for pressure canning. So it walks you through the whole process. If you can, if you're all new to canning, let's see, let's take a look at the manual, Eric. Let's see what it's got in there. Let's see. See, these instructions. Yes, I have a file that I keep in a filing cabinet that I keep like all the important papers. After our accident, it was so hard for my family to find, like, because the papers were kind of in several different places. So my boys had to come to the house and kind of tear through Matt's closet and our desks. And so now I have a filing cabinet that I bought, and I keep everything in there. And I have a file for manuals. So do that, and then that way, if you ever have to, you know, look back onto something, you'll have it right there saved for you. Moving the canner cover, introduction, the capacity. So regular mouth, it's 10 half pints, 8 pints, and 5 quarts. Wide mouth, it'll be 4 quarts and 7 pints. And then they do not recommend water bath canning quarts in here. Only half pints and pints. So this will be for jellies, pints of salsa. If you do that, it's not going to be for your pie filling, okay? Unless you only do pint-sized pie filling, but I can't see doing that. Canning basics before beginning. Okay, canning lids, bands, measuring headspace, removing your air bubbles. So it does give you a nice walkthrough if you're new to canning. Let's see, preparation steps before canning. I'm going to read through all that. Pressure canning, get ready. And then they give you some recipes. Nice. Both water bath canning and pressure canning, just basics. And you know, I'm an ingredient canner, so that's the way I prefer to can. I don't like doing soups and stews and all that kind of stuff. I like to can separate ingredients, and then that way I can make it into anything I want, and I'm not locked into one specific soup. Versus canning everything separate and then just creating that. It's got to get reheated anyway, so you might as well put it all in a pot and create it fresh. And then that way your herbs and your spices, like garlic, I do not like the way garlic pressure cans. It becomes very bitter, very it's almost rancid to me. So I would rather just keep the ingredients simple and put it together when I'm cooking. since it all has to be reheated anyway. Okay, so this is really nice. They walk you through a lot of tomatoes. Sorry, I'm gonna use this hand. Jellies, apple butter, troubleshooting. So it's got a nice troubleshooting section, cleaning, care and maintenance, and then a little recipe index in the back. Place to take notes, place to register it. So that's really nice. So if you're all new to pressure canning, this might be the way that you want to go, especially if you live by yourself and you don't need to do mass amounts of canning in one take. Also, if you are injured, if you have arthritis, this might be a great way to do it because you're not lugging canners, you know, onto your stove. So this might be a nice option for you if you've got any kind of arthritis or injury. And so, yeah, so I don't know. What do you think, Eric? Should we test run it?
Sure.
Really quick? All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash this with hot soapy water really quickly. And then over here we've got a quart and a pint. Both are regular mouth that I'm going to use lids on. And I'm going to just can some bottled water. Bottled water is always good to have on your shelf anyway. Canned in glass rather than sitting in plastic. These can be used for like eye washes and that kind of stuff. You know, you have sterile water. So we're going to can water, and we'll just put these jars right on the pantry shelf for emergencies or wound treatment. And we'll test out this. Okay, so we're putting back all the clean pieces. This all comes apart, you guys. So they tell you, they give you specific instructions on how to take this canner all apart so that you can wash all the pieces, the silicone pieces, how it goes right back on. So everything is here for you. So if you're new to canning or you're new to pressure canning specifically, it gives you a really nice detailed instruction on how to break it all apart and give it a okay, so inside this pot, you guys, there are 3 lines. So we are going to be adding 3 quarts of water to this, or up to this first fill line here. So that's your heating plate down there on the bottom of underneath this right there. So that's your heating plate. So you're going to put your pot in. Have these lines. They are not painted. They're actually like 3D and pop out, which is really nice. So you don't have to worry about over time these disappearing on you. So we're going to go ahead and put the rack in. Thank you for washing all these and drying them. You dried them so good. Looks like you didn't even wash it. So good, Eric. Okay, so then we're going to fill this up with 3 quarts of water. And get this going here. There's 1 quart. This is quart number 2. Okay. And then this is going to be our 3rd quart. I'm going to make sure we don't go over. And we need just a smidgen more. We're just right below that line there. And I think that's good. Okay, now we're gonna can up some water. Make sure you wash your lids and your rings, you guys. I cannot tell you how many times I see canners opening up a box of new lids and not washing them. Wash them first, okay? Because it's gonna touch your food. So we've got a quart and we've got a pint where every time you pressure can, it's 1 inch headspace, which is gonna be this first ring right here. So this ring right here. So what you want to do, I'll use this one instead because this one I don't have to worry about spilling. So you've got 3 rings right here on your canner. This is where your band goes on, right? So what you want to do is look at your jar when it's lined up just like this. That first top one is going to be a 1/4 inch headspace. So that's usually all your jellies and things like that. 1/2 inch headspace is going to be this middle one right here. That's going to be usually your salsa and your pickles. And then your 1-inch headspace is right here. And that's going to be anything you pressure can. And then, of course, apple pie filling or any kind of pie filling. I use a 2-inch headspace. But that's how you get it to not explode out of your lids. So that is a fast, easy way to know your measurements and know your headspace using your canning jar. Super easy. And if you're new to canning, that's a little tip and trick for you. So, okay, let's get water in this. Okay, so we've got our pint filled, and now we're going to fill up our quart to the 1-inch headspace. Not going to add anything to this, just water. Now, I do have hard water because I have well water, and so we are going to add a little bit of vinegar to the canner, and I'm going to clean these rims with a little bit of vinegar. I have a little ramekin with some just white vinegar in it. I'm going to get out a little piece of paper towel, and I'm going to dip it in the vinegar. I'm going to clean off the rim of my jar. We're going to get a clean lid and a ring, and yes, I still place them in hot water because it helps soften the glue. Fingertip tight, and that's ready for the canner. Okay, I'm going to do this one. I always heat up an extra lid in case I need it. Get the ring on this, and then fingertip tight, and then the rest of this vinegar we're going to go ahead and add to our canner. Okay. Okay, say hi to Angie from Angie's Pantry. Hello. Hi, Angie. Okay, so Angie owns this Presto canner, and so I called her to make sure I was understanding the directions right, because your girl's brain damaged. Sometimes I don't fully grasp it. So so she confirmed all the steps that I'm doing, and that I'm doing it right. And this is what a bestie does. She'll just call you right away. I'm like, Angie, I need you. She figured she called me in like 3 seconds flat. Thank you, Angie. Angie.
Sorry for the look.
Oh, that's okay. And Angie needs to make a video. So comment down below, Angie, make a video. Angie, make a video. Angie, make a video. And then we'll make her read all the comments, and so she comes back to YouTube because I miss her. And I want her back on YouTube. All right, I love you so much, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to roll with it, and we're going to test out. Angie assures us that this is going to be like the favorite canner.
It's going to be your favorite canner. It is mine.
Because it's just you can keep it on your counter and just...
It's so easy.
You can can something every day, you know? So...
Just remember so you got like your sterilization mode. You're cleaning your jars anyway, so just put your canner jars in there. You're still going to count the same amount of time of whatever you're canning.
Okay.
Just kind of ignore that part. Leave it in there, hit enter.
Okay.
Enter every time it tells you to hit enter, and you're going.
And we're going. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. I wasn't going to do a test run, but then, you know, Eric and I just looked at each other and we're like, how can we not run a test run? We have to, right? And we have to play with it. Okay. All right. We're going to roll with it. Bye, Angie. Angie, come back to YouTube. I love you.
Okay, guys. Bye.
Bye. We have our water in, and I've gone ahead and put my jars in. Now, what you want to do with this lid is you want to make sure that you take off your sticker. Hold on. Here's the sticker, which is really handy when you're opening it up and you don't know how to open up your lid. So take this off. It says remove right there, so you're going to remove it. And then also the regulator. So the regulator back here, which is actually really nice. Hold on, let me get you off the tripod. What's really nice about this regulator is that wherever you turn it, you see where it says vent, can, vent, vent, can. So whichever way you're turning it, you're either venting it or you're canning. So for those of you 5 foot tall like I am, and it's a little hard sometimes to see, this will make things a little bit easier for you. However, when we're heating up the canner, we're gonna remove this. So let me see if I have my hand strong enough. Ooh, it is. This is our regulator. We're gonna remove this for the first part of this canning, okay? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put you on here. Now this works a lot like, I can only speak about the All-American, but my All-American canners, when I'm canning, and I'm starting to do my jars, I have a pot of hot water. My canner is filled with hot water. And then I put it on low heat so that the water stays hot. As I'm loading up the hot jars and the hot product, my canner is hot, the water in it is hot. This does very much the same thing. So let me lower you here. And we're gonna get to the dial here. So I know this is really hard to see on here, but this says pressure can, and then this one says water, boiling water can. So we're gonna pressure can, okay? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna select it by pressing this little play button here. Now the 10 minutes will pop up. We are pressure canning water for 20 minutes. So we're just gonna turn this dial and it goes all the way up. So if you're like doing, if you're doing beans, quarts of beans, you're gonna do 90 minutes, okay? All right, so 20 minutes. And now we are going to press play. And it says insert jars. So we've already gone ahead and we've inserted the jars. So now we're going to press play again. And now the warm button, it says warm, and now this is going to start warming up. So I'm going to, once again, raise you up here. And then we're going to go ahead and put this lid on. So this lid is very easy. Again, you're just going to line up where it says install, remove. You're going to line that up because we're installing the lid. We're going to turn it to the locked position. And then with our handle over here, we're going to just fold that down and we're going to turn it clockwise and it locks it down. You want to make sure remember, your regulator is off and over here because just like our pressure canner on the stove, it needs to be vented. So we're gonna let it do its thing. It says that it takes about 20 minutes to warm up. So hold on, I'm gonna lower you back down here. So it takes about 20 minutes for the water to warm. So we're just gonna let it do its thing and then I'll come back and we'll do the next step. So now we're on the next step. So it had said that it was warming and then I pressed play after 20 minutes and now it says heat. So I'm just going to let this, and hopefully you guys can read that. I know it's so hard to focus electronics on the camera. So now it says heat, so we're going to let this now heat up, and hopefully then it'll vent, and we'll get on to the next part. Okay, I set my timer for 10 minutes, but this just started 2 minutes ago, so now we're venting, okay? And it's got a countdown here for you, and a little picture says vent. And you can hear it and see it coming out of the vent. Can you see that steam? Is that showing up? I don't know. Oh yeah, can you see it? Oh, I think you can see it. You see the steam? Okay, so it's venting now. And it has the countdown, 7 minutes left to go. So once this is done, we are gonna put our regulator on and then it'll come up to proper temperature and then we should start canning. Oh, it's so many of you. I posted a picture over on Instagram and Facebook and over on my YouTube community tab page, and so many of you have this pressure canner. In fact, one of you had bought 2 of them, which is amazing. So let me know down below in the comment section, do you want to see more canning videos using this canner? Let me know and then we can make them. Okay, all right, okay, I'll be back in 6 minutes. Okay. Got a minute left here. Move it back a little bit so you can see. Let's see what it does here. Okay, as that last minute goes, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab my glove. Okay, because it says to add the regulator with a glove on. And now it's beeping. Okay, and it says can. Okay, and it'll tell you, and I know that you probably can't see it, but in this little section right here, it says put regulator on. So, let me grab my regulator. Okay, and I'm going to grab you, and we're going to do this together. Okay, so, got this and this. I'm going to try to do this while holding onto the camera. And press it down so it clicks in, and it is on can. Okay, and then after that, let me double check. Put the regulator on, will light up. Put the pot holder, place the regulator on the vent pipe, press down and rotate so the regulator level points to the canning position. Press play. So let me, there you go. So we're going to press this play button. Okay, and I had set it for 20 minutes because that's how long it takes to can water. So press play to advance to the canning phase. Beeping will stop. If the air vent cover lock did not lift during venting, air and steam will continue to release until it lifts. So the noise that we're hearing is quite normal until it lifts, and then it will seal up and quiet down. Can lights up. Do you see it says can? The processing time set in phase 1 appears, and that's 20 minutes. Once the required pressure canning temperature is reached, the unit will beep twice and canning will light up. Timer begins to count down. The canner is now processing. So we're just waiting for this next phase where it'll say canning. As it's coming up the temperature, you can hear that water inside. Oh, did you hear? Okay, so that regulator now has lifted up and quieted down. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep you here. And then I'll have to replace your battery. Okay, you guys, sorry, you hear my, hold on, you hear my sink in the background. I'm filling up hot soapy water for dishes. Okay, so now it says right here, canning. And so the process has begun. And I'll just give you a quick overview of what it looks like here. And it's quiet. So there's the regulator. There's the little pop-up there. And it's very quiet. I am surprised at how quiet it is. So, alright, we're canning. Okay, so now my canner has beeped 4 times, and now, if you can see, oh, I'm going to try to zoom in so you can see. You see where it says cool? It has a little snowflake. So now it is cooling. Okay, let's see if I can get this focused. It says done. All right, so let's see. I'm going to get you off this tripod here. And we're going to look. You're going to see that little regulator is down. Okay. I'm going to take this off. Let's see. Make sure there's no extra air that comes out of there. And then we're going to go ahead and turn this. Okay. All right. I'm going to get you back on the tripod so that you can see. Taking off this canner. Hold on. Let's lift you up. Whee! Ready? Whee! All right. Okay. You tell him. You can tell him I'm mom. Okay. All right. We're going to turn this. Now, when you open up a canner, you always want to open it away from you so you don't get a facial. Okay. Oh, one of those lids just popped. I'm gonna put the canner lid over here. And then I am going to set a towel down. And then I'll scoot you guys over here a little bit. Okay. And we'll pull them out. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I posted a picture and you guys, so many of you have this canner and absolutely love it and are excited for me. So thank you. I'm excited too. And I'm excited for anybody else who decides to give this a go. Now, I'm going to try to zoom in, but we barely used any water at all on that line. Barely any at all. Oh, maybe you can see it better there. It's still pretty full. So that was a 20-minute pressure can. So I have, oh, did you hear it pop? So I have no doubt that this will handle beans, but fantastic. So the next thing that I'm going to can when I legit really, I mean, I canned water, but, next time I use this is probably going to be on beans because that's the first thing I want to get on my shelf. So let's take a look at these jars, and the head space is right at that 1-inch mark. Right at that 1-inch mark here too. You can see it. So those look absolutely beautiful. And now I've got some, you know, medical water to clean out wounds or anything else for, which I always like to have on my shelf too, especially like if you have animals, you know, always good, always good. And that's all nice and clean, and that was a success. Okay, so I just want to sit down and just talk to you for just a minute about my thoughts and my feelings right now on this canner. It is blowing my mind. So, first off, you know I'm an all-American girl. Love my all-American canners, okay? However, with that said, if you have never canned before, if you have a stove that is not gas, so electric, what do they call that? Oh, brain injury. You know, the glass top, there's, not convention. That's how my brain injury works. It's so frustrating. But you know what I'm talking about, the glass top. There's a certain name for it. If you have arthritis, if you are injured in any way, if it is difficult for you to carry big pots of water from your sink to your stove, or empty your water from your stove to your sink, because you don't have to move this whole canner. All you have to do is lift the insert out once this cools down, and easy peasy cleanup. So the canner itself is a good weight. I don't think it's as heavy as an All-American. I'm telling you, any of those scenarios, I would bypass a conventional stovetop canner, and I would go right for the Presto electric pressure canner. Again, Presto, tried and true, beloved. It's beloved in the canning community. It is so highly regarded. The Presto pressure canner for the stovetops have been workhorses for years. And so I fully trust them. Again, check out Rose Red Homestead, who does all these kinds of testings on these canners. Amazing. Amazing. I'm so impressed. I'm won over. I'm won over, and I'm so excited to use this. Now, I know many of you have the Presto pressure canner, so let me know down below if you want to see videos pertaining this canner. I plan on putting this canner to work alongside my All-Americans so that I can get bigger jobs done. So I'm thinking running 2 All-Americans on my stovetop, and then this Presto canner. So the next thing I think, the first thing I think I'm going to do, because I got to make stock too, but I really need to get beans on my pantry shelf. So I think the next thing we're going to do with this Presto canner is can some beans. That will really knock it out. I don't know if I'll do pints or if I'll do quarts, but either way, we're going to either do 75 minutes or 90 minutes and give this a full run. But I hope that this demonstration was easy to understand. There is a little bit of a learning curve. Follow the quick guide and make sure you press play, especially during that warm up period where you're loading your jars and then the canner's warming up. Set a timer, set a 20-minute timer so you don't forget to press the play like I did. and have to call one of your girlfriends, Angie. If this is a long 20 minutes, why is it this thing? Girl, did you press the play? Oh, I gotta press the play? I didn't. So read it over, go slow, take your time. I was so excited though that I was kind of like rushing it a little bit. But take your time. Remember to press play. There's a couple times you have to press play to get to the next step. But if you just take your time and follow the quick guide, it is so easy. I am in awe. I am in awe of how great this canner worked. So I'm super excited to put it in my rotation and get it to work for me as a workhorse here in my kitchen. Let me know down below if you own one. I will leave a link down below to Amazon if you're interested in buying one. If you use my link, I earn a couple of pennies, so I appreciate it, and me and my kids will thank you for that. But yeah, this is a go for me. And I know some of you have 2 of them. So, and you work both of them at the same time. So I'm super excited to put this thing to work. So I hope this was fun for you guys. Get to canning. Now is the time. Warm up your house. Now it doesn't give off as much heat as like my All-Americans do. But it's toasty here in my kitchen with all that steam. So super impressed, you guys. Wow, it's going to be a game changer for anyone with arthritis or pain issues, or you know, if you have, you know, hands or arms that don't work very well, if you can't lift heavy, like I said, heavy pots. This is going to be a game changer for you. If you don't have, you know, I don't know if I would can with a stovetop if I didn't have my gas stove. And I know some people struggle with that. So this is so nice because you can just bypass that and just go right to this canner. I mean, game changer. So, all right. With that, I'm going to go edit this. God bless. I will see you guys probably back here tomorrow. I have another unboxing video. This is of the Ball jelly and jam maker. So I'm going to open that up with you, and we're going to get to canning here. So, all right. I love you guys. Mwah! And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.